Hello and welcome. In Talking Point today, I'm joined by world-renowned yoga guru Yogi Ashwini, who's a master of Indian spiritual and Vedic sciences. Yogi Ashwini is the guiding light of Dhyan Foundation. A strict adherent of guru-shishya parampara, Yogi Ashwini imparts and propagates yoga in its purest form and firmly believes that it is a desecration to buy or sell yoga. At a time when many spiritual leaders are making headlines for expanding their businesses, Yogi Ashwini stands out as a guru who has freed yoga of commerce and has motivated thousands of mainstream people onto the path of charity and service. A yogi's mission is to aid the forces of positivity and creation. Let us hear more about it from him. Welcome to the program, Yogi ji. Yogi ji, what attracted you onto the path of yoga and what is your mission?
You see, when you talk about yoga, when you ask a normal person that what is yoga, the response comes very straight that I have some problems. There's somebody who's sick in the family, I have a relationship problem, or I have a business problem, or my job is in trouble. So I want to find a Babaji who's going to rid me of all this. And this is standard. Like, it's not since now, it's been happening since years. So I want to find somebody who can rid me of these problems. Now, what you have to understand, the problems come to you because of what you have done, because of karmas. Nobody wants to believe that, nobody wants to follow that. They want an easy, quick fix solution. Okay, give me this. Like most of the things selling in today's date, in the name of Ayurveda, this is one cure for all maladies. Have this, it'll go, everything will go. So they want a solution, instant solution. That is not what is yoga. I ventured into the subject also, looking for a quick fix solution for an illness for somebody close to me. And it didn't work, of course, like it doesn't work. A quick fix never works in yoga. It's a whole science, it's a philosophy of the entire creation. The entire creation comes into your fold. You have to keep a balance within all your bodies. Like we say that you have an energy body. Like this is called the Annamaya Kosh, the Pranamaya, the Manomaya, the Vijnanamaya, and the Anandamaya Kosh. There are various layers to your body. And those layers you have to interpenetrate. You have to understand all those layers. So it's a whole journey, yoga. What we call it is the final frontier. The whole journey is yoga. So looking for a cure to a malady, I ventured into the subject, and then I understood what the subject actually is all about. When I met my guru, I realized what the subject is all about and what is happening. The culture of the Vedic rishis was going down the drain. It was being ruined by these commercial people who have just concocted or innovated a form or various forms, I would say, of the subject, which are not even close to the subject. So then my guru gave me this mission that you have to tell the entire world what the real subject is. It is to be sanitized of Maya, because Maya ties you, and somebody who's tied cannot release others from their bondages. The subject is of releasing yourself from the bondages. So I took it as a mission then that now people have to understand and realize what the subject is actually all about. So I am venturing into the world just to tell and to make people experience, practically experience what the subject is all about. And I would like to add here, it is not a subject of the intellect, it is a subject of your experience. Whatever is given in the Yoga Sutras, it is experienced, every aspect, every part of it is experienced.
The traditional perception of a yogi is that of a recluse and a renunciate. You and your students have a very modern get-up. You don't even sport a beard. How do you manage the blend between the modern and the ancient?
You see, yoga we say is Shashwat. It is what it was, it will remain what it was. Ramakrishna Paramahansa didn't have a big beard. Raman Maharishi didn't have a big beard. Muktanand didn't have a big beard. Satyanand Paramahansa didn't have a big beard. Of course, nowadays you find beards, because when you go to see a movie and if they have to show a dacoit, the dacoit will be fine. You will find the dacoit wearing a black suit and 6 men wearing black walking around. That is a stereotyped image. When the people look at that, because you have to sell the movie, so dacoit has to look like that. Here we have nothing to sell, you understand. So there is no such thing as stereotype. A yogi is in Vairagya. You said modern. Now what is modern, what is ancient? It is Shashwat. You wear what you have to. In yoga they say there is no ritual, there is no lifestyle, there is no diet, because yoga sets you free, and also there is no religion. It is a subject to set you free, it's a science. So when you say modern, you are modern, I am modern, everybody is modern. Muktanand was born in the modern era also. So how does it really matter what you wear, the way you look, the way you talk? The question is, what are you able to deliver besides sweet words and playing on people's emotions? Are you able to deliver them the real experience of the subject of yoga? Are you able to make them interact with the divine energies? Are you able to have manifestations of divine energies? If you are able to, you wear a half pant and move around. How does it really matter what you are wearing? You are in the state of vairagya. It doesn't really matter to you what you wear, what you don't wear.
But sir, how do you compare modern science and yoga? And is there a meeting point between the two?
You see, modern science and yoga, it's the same thing, because like I said, yoga is shashvat and I said yoga is a science. You say modern science or ancient science, it is the same thing. Nowadays, there are very many programs coming by certain intellectual channels which are showing that even 5,000, 6,000 years back, there were things like computers, there were things like rockets, there was an atomic explosion. So it is something, you see, the creation is a circle. It is not linear. It is cyclical. It goes in a cyclical pattern. It starts where it ends, nobody knows. Where the beginning and the end of the circle is, nobody knows. So that is creation. So it is shashvat, it is beyond time. What it was, it is. Modern sciences are only a very, very minor aspect of what the yogic sciences are. It's a offshoot of the yogic sciences only. Like I would say, the Pythagoras theorem is given in the Shatpat Brahman. It's very clearly there. Most of the theories on magnetism, distance between the earth and the sun, they are all there. They are all there in the Shastras. So what is modern about this science? Directions. They have given 10 directions. 2 of them are upwards and downwards. So the directions have been described on the basis of the sun and on the basis of the magnetic field of the earth. So all this is very clearly given in the Shastras. So what do you call modern science? Do you call a mobile phone a modern science? What actually do you call a modern science? Our yogis have been able to manifest wherever they wanted to. Like if you talk to Dhyan Foundation volunteers who are sitting even in the United States, I talk to them sitting from here. Now you might call it a fallacy, it's a myth, it is just a selling point. But I am again reminding you, we have nothing to sell. We have only the experiences to give. So there's nothing like modern. If a communication has to happen, and if I'm linked to somebody sitting in the United States, I'm able to do that sitting from here. And this is not open words. We have proved it also at the Indian Medical Association. That experiment, if you see on the Dhyan Ashram website, where we proved it to them, people who are not even present there, looking at just their photographs, we're able to tell where the elements in the bodies lie. Of course, we don't do it regularly for regular people, but just to prove to the modern scientific community, something like this exists. We have at Dhyan Ashram done this. So it's modern. Yoga for the modern man is modern. For the ancient man, it is ancient. It is shashvat.
You're a practitioner of guru-shishya parampara. Is it practical in present times?
Yes, of course, at Dhyan Ashram it is practical, because what actually is the guru-shishya parampara? It is basically defined as a relationship between the guru and the shishya, which goes beyond all other relationships. Now, there is no exchange of commerce in that relationship. So when you tie something, we call it maya, and we say maya is temporary and the guru is permanent. So when you tie something with maya, you make it temporary. That's why in today's world, when two people have a relationship, what is the problem? Why does the relationship break or it ends? The reason is very, very simple, because there is something which is physical tied to it. Either it is sexual or it is commercial, it's financial, or it is something to do with emotions. It ties it. That is what we call maya. Maya ties you. What ties you becomes temporary. It can never be permanent. A guru-shishya relationship is always a permanent relationship. It goes beyond all relationships. All relationships come in this relationship. So actually in the modern, what you call the modern day world, it is very important to have a guru, because somebody has to carry on this creation. The way it is going, I think in the next 50 years you will destruct the earth. So somebody has to bring those divine energies down and create that in the human, in the modern day human, that love, that affection for creation. And only a guru can do that. A teacher or master or philosopher or guide cannot do that.
What are the signs of a guru and how to make out the genuine from the fake?
You see, signs I cannot give, but signs are given in the Guru Tantra. If you look at the Guru Tantra, it very clearly defines the guru. First, it says that guru is sanitized of maya. Actually, the healing sciences have come from Atharva Veda. And now if you will see that in the present day healing sciences, they say, no, this exchange has to happen. This financial exchange has to happen. Atharva Veda says that you don't even look at the person you have healed. You just turn your back and you walk away. There is no exchange. There is nothing which is called an exchange. So the question comes, what are the sciences that we are talking about? The healing sciences very clearly say this, You see, the bottom line is what of all these questions is, it is Maya. That is it. You have to somehow untie yourself from those bondages, and the entire creation is then revealed to you.
Does a guru have to be in body? Can a book, an idol or a stone also be a guru?
Yes, of course. It depends on your faith, what your faith is. If you have faith on a stone, or if you have a faith on a book, but provided do you have to see that. It's something like this: if you are satisfied with that, you will find no need to go anywhere else. We say in the yogic sciences the guru has to be in a body, but then the guru decides after that, like when I go, is there anybody capable to hold my force, to hold my energy? That is to do with the guru. The guru's decision is final in that. If the guru decides, okay, I'll give the Shakti into a book, the guru puts the Shakti into a book. Or if the guru decides, I'll put the Shakti into a stone, the guru puts the Shakti into a stone. You can't assume. If the guru has not done that, because Shakti path is the basis of all the yogic sciences, that is why the guru has to be in a living body, what we say as per the yogic sciences. Again, I am repeating this: if the guru has put his Shakti in a specific object, then the Shakti will flow through that object only. Because don't look at the body of the guru, it is elements. Even that object is an element. So the guru puts the energy in those elements. Then you have the experience from that only. So when you say traits, like you were saying, the traits are very clear. It is going away from Maya first, and the guru exudes the force which he talks about. If he talks about health, he exudes. If he talks about glow, he exudes. He just does not talk about it. Sitting on a swing and just gently singing songs and making people dance is to do with the emotional aspect. What I was talking about is to be completely avoided between the guru and a shishya. It is experience. So, the guru is exuding the traits of health, if he is exuding the traits of giving you the experiences, if he is sanitized, then the guru is real, is sanitized. Again, Maya aspect, again and again I am repeating. You cannot buy yoga off the shelf. Just because you are a rich person, you can't say, okay, I will pay you so much, give me this Shakti. No. You have to have the ability. That is why even the guru, when he does not find somebody whom he can make a shishya of, he puts the Shakti into something which is an object. Because somebody has to be able to hold that force also, no? Like if somebody touches me, there is going to be a reaction on the body. So I have to first make somebody strong enough to be able to hold that force and that energy. So the reaction, when it happens on his body, he takes it in a positive way. He develops it. He goes to the higher dimensions. Because yoga, again I am saying, is about the higher dimensions. It's about reality. It's about your own experience. Again I will repeat the same thing. It's about your own experience, not about somebody else's experience. And the experience will only happen once the guru awakens the Shakti inside you. Either the guru does it himself or herself, or through an object which is given to you. Okay, this, now it's going to move through this. But the important point here is, you might be following a book, or you might be following a stone saying this is my guru, but is the Shakti flowing into you from there? Is your dedication strong enough? If it is, yes, that is your guru. If it is not, then you need to look for a guru. Because even when Vishnu manifested as Ram and as Krishna, they found gurus. Because even for the divine, when it manifests, it needs a living guru.
If charity and service are the core of yoga in Kali Yuga, is it still important to have a guru?
Now it is like karma. You take birth. So what do you desire? You do charity, you do service, you get riches, you get wealth, you get happiness. But is that your journey? The important question comes where, is physical riches, is that your journey? Is good health, is that your journey? When you do charity and service, you get all the goodness. You excel in the physical, you don't fall sick. Provided you are doing it genuinely, I know what you are talking about, but provided you do it genuinely. Not because you want applause, you want your name to come somewhere, you want your picture to appear somewhere. In the article, your name should be there in a big way, accepting your guru's name. No, that is not service. I will not call that service and charity. When you go and you give a donation and then you get claps, okay, so much has been given by the gentleman. I want my placard of my name to be put here because I am the one who's doing it. That I will not let you evolve ever. It might give you a satisfaction or some happiness in the physical world. It might give you an ego boost to your temporary body. When the body will fade away, before you realize, you will again get another body, you will get another birth, and you will be in the same rut that you are in today. So this is a cycle of Maya. When you talk about service and charity, it is a cycle of Maya. It limits you to the physical world. You go around here, like I said, creation is a circle. You go around here in a circle, round and round and round and round, is a false feeling that I have achieved or reached somewhere. Don't forget one thing, I would like to tell your viewers also, and to you in particular, that Bhagwan Ram did not need monkeys and gorillas to conquer Lanka. He was doing a favor on the monkeys and gorillas for their moksha, not for himself. He was capable to handle 100 Ravans. Charity and service are redundant if you are talking about that dimension. Without a guru, without yoga and without sadhana, they are redundant. But in this physical world, in the created world, they are enough. If you want money, if you want good looks, it's enough. But then don't forget, money, good looks, health are temporary. One day you have to go. Ram also went, Krishna also went. So one day you have to go. So what is your quest? The bottom line comes is, what actually is your quest? Is your quest here or is your quest there?
Do riches and yoga go together? In other words, can a yogi be wealthy?
If a yogi wants to be, it is a question of manifestation of thought. Like I said, why do you want to be wealthy, for what reason? Now if I ask you, why do you want to be wealthy? You will say, because of physical pleasures. If a yogi needs physical pleasures, then he is not a yogi. But that doesn't stop a yogi from being wealthy, because wealth is required for general good. Now if the yogi is using the money given by people as donations and charity for his own business travel and for his own power and for his own pleasures, we do not include that gentleman or that lady into the category of a guru or a yogi or a yogini. We cannot, because that money that has been given for the creation. It has to be used in the creation. Wealth or no wealth, it is a redundant topic as far as yogi is concerned, because the yogi is supposed to be in a state of vairagya all the time. A yogi has the ability to manifest whatever wealth, whatever power, whatever health he wants at a thought. If he is able to do it, he is a yogi. If he is not, then he is not. And the signs are clear. When you come within the aura of a yogi, you automatically tend to become what he or she is. If he is or she is the yogi, you will develop those traits. It's just a question of thought, like it's a catalyst, it's a fast forward. You put in your plug into a catalyst and you have a thought of wealth. Wealth will flow into you. Just imagine, if somebody can give you wealth, would that person not have the capacity to generate wealth for himself, provided he wants to? Satyanan Paramhans at 40 gave all the wealth that he had. He was being followed by the world and he became a renunciate. So what will you call? Was he wealthy? Yes, he was wealthy, but then he was a renunciate. He was living next to a shamshan. So will you call that wealth? What Satyanan Paramhans had? You have to understand this. The intelligent mind has to understand this. When you talk about wealth, we are talking about something very, very temporary. Now one important point I want to make here is, you will never leave anything unless you get something better. So if you are going to go to commercial gurus who are going to make you dance around trees wearing saris, and you will be impressed by their big beautiful beards and the various water bodies in their ashrams, what are you actually looking at? Are you looking at that physical aspect, or are you looking at something beyond? You go to Shiv sthals, you won't even find green grass there, but they are Shakti sthals. Shiva is able to manifest anything, provided he wants to. The question is, provided he wants to. Again, your quest, what is your quest?
Yoga is a multi-billion-dollar industry today worldwide and has taken the West by storm. Is it a good thing to have happened, that what we prize as our civilizational heritage has captured the imagination of the world? Or is this commercialization doing more harm than good?
You see, when you say yoga is a multi-billion-dollar industry, it is actually humorous, because those who are teaching what actually they call yoga, do they even know what is yoga? Bottom line comes, do they have any idea what is yoga? If you look internationally, you look at any international website, what will they talk about? Of any big school of yoga, what will they talk about? Will they talk about renunciation? Will they talk about letting go? As an interesting thing, let me tell you, these days this has become very popular, Buddhist chanting. It's also supposed to be called a form of yoga. Normally I don't comment on something very specific, but then poor Buddha, who remembers Buddha and those Buddhist chantings? Because you go there because you will get this, you will get this, and you will get this. So let's all sit around, let's chant for everybody. Their own monk who was trying for the Grammy, the entire world chanted for that poor man and he could not get the Grammy. So what are you actually thinking of doing? Buddha would be turning in his grave. Buddha clearly says renunciation, root, desire. Desire and root, that is the basic two words he used. Root cause is desire of all ailments, all jada, everything. That should be done away with. And here in the name of Buddhist chanting, you people are sitting and you are chanting and you are singing song and you are using funny sounds like they do in the African jungles of voodoo. What are you actually getting at? Is it what Buddha taught? Buddhism is a very powerful subject, but it's to do with renunciation, not about remove my headache or give me wealth, give me problems, rid me of my problems, or the problem should go away. That is not Buddhist chanting. So, the schools which you talk about who are teaching yoga as a multi-billion industry, what actually are you looking at? Do they even know what is yoga? Yoga is a very powerful science. It has to be practically proved. Tell me one school in today's date. I am not talking about the time of Satyanand Paramhans, which is 50 years back. After Satyanand Paramhans, name one yogi or one guru who has gone and who has proved to the medical community about the existence of the real science. You won't even find one name excepting Dhyan Ashram. Why? Because that what all they are doing is not yoga. What Satyanand Paramhans did, what Ramakrishna did, what Muktanand did, that was yoga. What the present day people are doing, giving advertisements and selling products and trying to build an empire, for what and for who? For this temporary world. This is not yoga. Please don't get misled. Please don't get misled. It will get you nothing. It's a science which is beyond creation. It gives you divinity. And it gives you something better. Only when it gives you something better will you leave something which is inferior. So, does it actually give you something better? Oh, a yoga guru comes to you saying, oh, give me so much donation. So, he wants something from you. What will he give you? The intelligent mind should always ask this question. He's come to me. What will he give me? I am giving him something. Interestingly, I'll tell you, I have actually offended some very powerful people, even in the government, because when they meet me, first what they do is they put their hand out like this. Now, it's not a question of ego. I always do this, I always do this. So, they get offended. Like, me, God incarnated, look at my position, look at my power, and I am putting my hand forward and you are just doing this or doing this. What is this? Look at the impression we yogis and gurus have sent across the world. Nobody would have dared to do it to Ramakrishna Paramhans, because Ramakrishna Paramhans and his contemporaries were not looking for media attention, not looking for money and power. But in today's date, you find most of the gurus standing like this in front of the powerful people. What is this? Is this the yoga we are talking about? Nothing to do with ego. If I have some work, I will also go outside their office and I will stand like this with some work from them. But I have to take them beyond. They don't have to take me beyond. Not the question of ego, question of reality.
Isn't this one of the reasons why right thinking people feel very put off by this subject? And what is your advice for them?
You see, for the right thinking people, I will say only one thing. Yoga is your experience. You are thinking right only if you are getting your experiences. Make a guru, follow a guru, and let me tell you with 100% certainty that all the experiences that have been given or written in the Yoga Sutras, all those experiences you will go through. It is not a fallacy, it is not a myth. Actually take the step, do those things which the gurus are telling you, and gurus the traits have already given you. Guru the traits have already given you, no matter how rich or powerful you are. Don't go to a guru like this or like this. Go to a guru like this and you will get what you are looking for. You will get something superior and you will leave what is inferior. What is superior? Only the guru can show you by giving you the Shakti path. Only the guru can show you what is superior, then I can assure you, you will leave the inferior. I have done it to people across the world.
Is there anything that can be done to check the fraud in the name of yoga?
This is a very important channel and a lot of government people look at this channel. What I would suggest is that there should be categorically do's and don'ts. Because actually yoga, we say, and guru, we say, is beyond all this. There is no tying. But in today's world, for the normal man to make him or her understand what subject is all about, you need to have some do's and don'ts. Like a yoga guru should be completely sanitized of commerce. He cannot sell anything. Clear. And I can guarantee you, when you put this condition, a yoga guru cannot sell anything. 99.9% would just fade away. Because what are they going to get out of it now? You understand? The majority are there because they are getting something out of it in the physical world. And so the people who are rich and powerful, they get this false impression that actually it's all about money and wealth only, because he's come to me also for money and wealth and power. It's a false impression. A yoga guru will never come to you, no matter what. Ramakrishna Paramhans never went to anybody. Raman Maharishi never went to anybody. Muktanand never went. Satyanand Paramhans never went to anybody. Today's date, I will not judge, but you people decide for yourself who comes to you and who does not.
Another common interpretation of yoga is that it is a body-building system. You impart Sanatan Kriya to your students. What are its benefits for mind, body and soul?
You see, when you say mind and when you say body, now what I am thinking is the Annamaya Kosh, the body, the Pranamaya Kosh, the Manamaya Kosh, the Vijnanamaya Kosh, the Anandamaya Kosh, the various states of the mind. It is, the body is not just this. The Anandamaya, the state or the seat of the soul. So all this or all these are your bodies. Like I said, there is no capsule, there is no short-term jnana on yoga. What you have to understand is, when you say body, mind and soul, it is all these koshas which you have to interpenetrate. From here you go there, from there you come here. So it's a real experience. So we really cannot differentiate. We can't call just that this is the body. Sanatan Kriya takes care of all the layers. It is of course free of cost, taught all over the world. It brings you into a state of very beautiful balance. It actually prepares you to meet your guru, because it gives you the real experiences. Like I am saying, Sanatan Kriya gives you the real experiences of what your body is. It tells you this is not the body, this is an inferior part. Like I said, it makes you leave what is inferior and takes you to something which is superior. Because you will only leave something which is inferior when you find something superior. So you actually experience. You see, yoga is your experience. Your yoga is your experience. It is not somebody else's experience. It is not somebody else's writing. It's your own individual experience. Mine is my own individual experience. My guru channelizes the Shakti inside me. That Shakti will make you experience. There is no yoga without experience. The bottom line is this. Sanatan Kriya gives you the experience.
Thank you very much, Yogi ji, for talking to us.
My pleasure.
That's all for today in Talking Point. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.